Hello and welcome to PS2 Classics. In this installment, the game is Mobile Light Force 2, which is the localization of Shikigami no Shiro 1, which I previously covered in Xbox Classics. You can check out that video by clicking the annotation right here. So this is essentially the same game, except this is the North American localization of it. You get essentially the exact same game, except this without the story. The storyline has been completely removed by XS Games, released in 2003. I guess it's alright because this is, this is a game that doesn't need its storyline, but it's weird because as soon as you go into the game, you get the characters for Shikigami no Shiro, which is the name of the game in Japanese. So they left that intact, but if you try and go into the actual game itself, you get a brand new thing. You get, this is all the same, but new title screen with these Charlie's Angels ripoffs. Worst box art ever, and it's hilarious because it uses the exact same box art from the original Mobile Light Force, which was actually a localization of Gunbird, which is bizarre because it's not even made by the same developer. Alright, so you get to choose your character. I think I'll go with Sayo here. Normally, Sayo would do her dialogue at this point, but completely absent. So what is this game? Well, it's obviously a taped vertical scrolling shooter in the arcade style. Shikigami no Shiro was very popular in Japan, and it remains one of my favorite vertical scrolling shooters of all time. All of the characters are, basically humans with psychic powers, as opposed to like ships or something. What separates Shikigami no Shiro from other games of this type is the fact that this is a bullet hell shooter that's far more fair than a lot of other bullet hell shooters, because you have a risk-reward thing. If you get real close to an enemy shot, your shots become far more powerful and shoot much faster. So if you can barely avoid being hit, that's the point when you will do the most damage. Each character also has the Shikigami ability by holding down the attack button. Sayo's ability here makes this thing that flows around her, and it will absorb some enemy bullets. No, I died. Well, let's pay a little bit more attention this time. And if you can defeat an enemy while using your Shikigami ability, you'll collect all of the coins, and the more coins you have, the more extra lives you'll gain, and, the higher score you'll have. The storyline in this game is, of course, absolutely ridiculous. It takes place in Tokyo in 2005. Apparently the world is coming to an end with dancing sky ballerina dolls. Of course, unlike the Japanese version again, you don't have any dialogue between your character and the bosses. It just simply goes right into, like a fight. This is the type of game that works great with an arcade stick, so if you have one for your PS2, it just works great. It's a natural fit. One thing that's changed is the voice acting. they did localize the voice acting for this game, which is weird because, you know, not like the Japanese, they really could have just left the Japanese voices in there. Because the Japanese voices are pretty much just grunts and such. It's not actual any voice acting in the original Shikigami game. Of course, the follow-up, which was Castle of Shikigami 2, which was the first installment of PS2 classics, that has legendary voice acting. You can also, of course, use a bomb. As this game was originally in Japanese arcades, it's fast, difficult, you know, all the things that you typically expect from an arcade game. It was also ported to many different systems. I believe there's a Dreamcast version of this game. It was on PC. Of course, in North America, you can only find it on the PS2, as it was never in North American arcades. And also was never ported to any other system in North America except for the PS2. And that's only because XS Games did it, and XS Games loves to do obscure games. Pick up this game nowadays, you know, you can find it for almost nothing. The same is true for the sequel, Shikigami no Shiro 2, or Castle of Shikigami as it was known. If you're interested in this type of game, you know, I highly do recommend picking up this game in some format. I still think that the Xbox versions are better, but the localized version of this game, the gameplay is still the same, so, you know, who cares, right? It's just that the Japanese version is, of course, a little bit, you know, more authentic. I'm doing pretty bad here while I talk and play at the same time, but, you know, if you just play the game, you can do a little bit better than what I'm doing. Hopefully, anyway. Whoops. Anyway, that'll about do it for this video, so thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know, and once again, I'll see you next time.